Hey guys, today we're going to be test driving a 2017 Camaro. It's bright red, super nice, all aluminum wheels. It has 275 horsepower, which is actually kind of weird because the older Camaros, the baseline was actually 300 horsepower, and the 2017 they actually dropped it to 275. So that's actually something that is very noticeable. 25 horsepower makes a huge difference.
It's pretty dirty right now.
Yeah, it's super dirty. See what it looks like inside. It's really nice inside though. So you do have the GPS. You also have Bluetooth, hands-free calling. One of my favorite features is it does have the paddle shifters too, which I'm a huge fan of. They help a lot, especially when you have a turbo, where you can still control the gears instead of let the turbo keep it up at 5,000 RPMs as soon as you let off. So you still can shift when you want to shift and still use that power. So it's really nice. I love this inside. It's so nice. And look at this. So I guess you can't really see the inside, but you can open and close it. I wish it would show it, but it's really cool how it does it. So it does not have heated seats though, and that is one thing that this is lacking. Maybe an upper model would have that. It's just the base model does not. So let's take a look under the hood.
Wait, is it one of these ones?
Let's see. Oh, here it is. This thing right there.
Oh, I was feeling the top.
I love the front end though, it's so nice. So here you go, here's the engine. It's kind of big. It's the V6. So really nice. Everything's like brand new because it's only a year old, which is gonna help a lot when it comes to the power and the response time. It hasn't lost any power over time. So those of you who don't really know a whole lot about cars, over time your engines actually lose power, but it's not going to be an extreme dramatic difference, but it is going to be noticeable after like 10 years. But so holy cow, this is a super dirty trunk. Tiny little trunk. Just to give you a perspective, your trunk is only from like here, and that leaves you like an entire foot on each end that is cutting out, that you're just losing out on. And one thing I don't like is it does not come with a spare. So like it doesn't even have it underneath at all. I already checked. But that is the Camaro. This is the base model though, so it's still really nice. And it's for those people who really, they don't want to spend like a whole lot of money on a really nice car. It's still super sporty. So let's go take this for a drive and go see how it handles even as a lower base model. Okay, now let's see how it starts, just what it sounds like. Not as impressive as your other Camaros, but it is a pretty cool car still. Nothing really wrong about it. It just doesn't have as cool of a sound as your more high performance models. So let's just, here's what it sounds like when you rev though. Okay, that does sound pretty good as soon as you pass 3,000 RPMs. I do feel the car actually shaking, like it shifts with the engine RPMs. So it does have pretty good torque. And let's just see how it drives in a parking lot while we wait for Colin. Oh, that sounds good. Wow, yeah, I like this a lot. I feel so tiny in this. I gotta raise the seat like as high as it can go. That way I can actually feel like I'm not the shortest, smallest person in the world in this car. So a lot of people talk about how you have a lot of blind spots in this car. With the Camaro, I do have quite a few. It's really not as bad as what people make it out to be, because if I, like, even for you guys, you can see all around is just fine. And right here is, it's actually not that big. It's the same as my Hyundai Genesis. When it comes to looking behind me though, I do have an entire huge blind spot. I can't see anything past that point, which it still gives me plenty of space. So if you have long legs though, unlike me, you're gonna be sitting further back, so you're gonna have an even larger blind spot. But for shorter people, I would say this car is just fine for you. Okay, so so far this is a pretty nice car. Like, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of gas. I love that sound. It sounds so nice. Oh my goodness. So I would definitely see myself buying this car. But I would definitely get a model with more power though. Oh man, I want to drive this around. I think I'm just gonna leave Colin. So this is a really good car if you guys are thinking about getting a sports car. It handles really well. It's pretty comfortable, but I'm not gonna say it's like very comfortable, because I'm a small person, and yet my shoulders are hitting both ends on the seat. Like, it's made to hug you, or like to hold you into the seat as you're going around corners at high speeds, which it does really well at, but it's not very comfortable. Okay, here we go. That was awesome. Wow, it is getting so much darker outside. Let me see if I can turn the brightness up. That's better. Okay, my favorite part about this Camaro is the sound is so amazing. You can tell it's gonna have good sound just looking at the exhaust system, where they're shaped like trumpets, and that's a lot of the reason why it has such good sound. Like, I cannot wait to do a 0 to 60 with this though. Even though it is your smaller engine, I know they did something to the Camaro, because it's gotta at least have as much takeoff as your 300 horsepower Camaro. There's like hardly a difference, and yet it sounds so much better. You really feel the speed as well. Not like a BMW 335, but you feel it pulling you to your seat, so it's really nice. The steering wheel is a little stiff. Just kind of like your more stiff, heavier sports car feeling. Okay, that's so fun. Oh my goodness, I like this car. So those of you who watch my YouTube videos, you already know that I take lots of videos of different cars, tons of different sports cars and all kinds of performance cars that take off really fast. So just to kind of give you an idea, I drive a lot of BMWs, Audis as well, ones that have really fast takeoffs. Like I'm talking about 0 to 60 in almost 4 seconds flat.